Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Mm, mm, mm.
Mhm.
I don't know why it's so funny. Every time we do it, I just can't stop laughing. It's just
It's
it's
good. It's good. Laughter is good for the soul.
so welcome everybody. My name is Elias Patras. I'm an intuitive motivator, and I am here with my lovely peer friend, cohort, um, giggle companion. Go ahead, Laura.
Laura Wooster. Hi, everyone. I'm on the East Coast. Eliza's on the West Coast. So, yes, thanks everybody for being here this morning.
What's the weather over there today?
It's gorgeous. Blue skies. It's just perfect. Like the perfect temperature and the perfect day. Like that's what we got. Yeah.
We had that yesterday. It was, well, no, the day before. It was 68, and it was like the sun was warm and the breeze was cool. It's like my perfect weather besides fall. That's my perfect, like anything up to 75, I'm good. After 75, I'm like, I'm melting. I'm melting. So thank you all for being here. Hello, Carson and Marine and Ren and Dina and Sarah and Maria and Cindy and Karen and Christine. Welcome, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for being
Being
here.
here.
Yes. So, fresh back from Scotland for a couple of weeks. How you feeling? You're all like
Yeah.
settled back in?
Finally, it took a couple of weeks to get
Yeah.
to get accustomed to the time change. I don't know. It was easier going over than it was coming back, for sure.
It
It was
I know
wonderful.
it's I think something happens with us energetically too, because I think you're part of that land for a while and you kind of
Mhm.
like vibe into it and then you're plucked back in and then all the other stuff. I have to tell you, I don't know if everyone else has been feeling it, but these past days, I was talking to a friend of mine and she said, have you been feeling the solar flares? And the solar flares have got me in a little bit of funk. And I was like, wow. And I was a little bit like, um, not feeling the best
Mhm.
physically, but I was like, huh, those
Mhm.
damn solar flare.
Yeah.
As I get older, I'll just say everybody. As I get older, I'm feeling stuff a little bit more, a little bit more.
I definitely get affected by it too, and I'm only a couple of years behind you, so yes. Mhm.
But you look a lot of years behind me. So yay you, yay you. What do you got today for our
Our
weekly message?
cards of the week. Yeah, so today I pulled from the Animal Dreaming Oracle deck.
Oh, nice.
Isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, that's
very
nice.
cool. Very cool. So the card I pulled for everybody, it's gorgeous cards. Look at these. They're pretty.
They're pretty.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the card today is the Bat, Rebirth. So what this card reminds you of is a reminder to get rid of the dead wood in your life. Like where, for example, what if are there spiritual practices that you've just been doing because it's been what you've been doing forever? Is it time to sort of let those things go and try something new, something that's more in line with who you are today? So that's a reminder of that, but also to look and see what doesn't work anymore. What is it something you've just been doing for the sake of doing it because you've always been doing it that way? And what can you do differently? It's time to invite the new in. So rebirth, bat. I love a bat.
That is yeah, bat medicine is very interesting. Very,
Yeah.
very interesting. I am using Denise Lynn's new deck, the Time Travelers Oracle deck. These cards, Laura, when I got the deck and I opened it up, I didn't even take it out of the box set. My hand was vibrating.
I
It was
bet.
really real. I mean, look
Yeah.
at these cards.
My gosh.
They did some
Stunning.
amazing, whoops,
Yes.
amazing job of these cards. Oh, I had that right. And just, I
Really
mean,
vibrant and gorgeous.
yeah,
Wow.
very vibrant and
Also,
gorgeous.
Cece, that's awesome.
So she just, and I know you like me, I love looking inside. So look at that. That just is really pretty. Really,
Gorgeous.
really pretty.
Beautiful sun.
On the back of the card,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you expect anything less from Denise Lynn, though? I mean, she
No,
really is just a class.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
yeah,
right with that. She is a class act. She
yeah.
really is. I would like to be Denise when I grow up.
Me too.
Look at this card, expansion.
Ooh,
And this
Jupiter.
is a Jupiter. So expansion. Think big, everybody. Expand big. It's okay to stretch out and reach out even more than before. Stretch out and reach out even more than before. Expand you, expand your knowledge, your beliefs, your understanding of life. Just a total expansion. Um, look at Delora. Laura, you got a next mug.
I did. Compliments
See
of
that next.
Elias. Thank you.
Yeah,
Elias.
welcome. And cheers to you. Yes,
Cheers.
we are changing the world one mug at a time. Welcome to the next mug.
My
Um,
tea is always warm because of my mug.
It is so good. My tea is warm because of next mug too. And yeah, this is a really great. Not that this reading's about next mug, guys, but we might as well plug it for a moment. Next mug, and
Yeah.
then you've got your choices here of warm,
Mhm.
hot, and piping. So, and it
Yeah.
comes in an array of colors. So, cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Does anybody have any? Well, first of all, before we hop right in, please, guys, like and follow and share. Remember to subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. It really helps us a lot, and it is we're growing this community, and we want to help educate the community. And I have to tell you, I'm going to plug Laura right now for a moment. She's got some amazing classes coming up, guys, and one of them is online, and it is an introduction. I hope I'm saying this right. Introduction to mediumship, and that's coming up really soon.
It is. Yeah, the end of the month, in June 26th, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
just go to her website. It's right there. It's
Yeah.
right there. Oops,
And
wrong way.
it's great for, like, if you're interested to just know what it's all about, like, and some people, like, they see us do mediumship, but sometimes people say, "I really don't know what it's all about." Come on in for a couple hours. I'll tell you about it, and you might even, like, do your own mediumship link for somebody else. So, it's just a great way to sort of break the ice and get a chance to really experience what that's all about and to hear what it's all about as well.
I
So,
was talking about it yesterday on Soul Chat and Messages from Above. We do this thing once a month, and we do a double feature every other month. And I'm like, guys, take Laura's class. Go look her up.
thank you.
And it's, because they're like, oh, well, there's so many people out there. I said, I'll tell you who I trust. And I don't, and when you want the foundations, really go check Laura out, you guys. It's a great class. So I've been in that class before, and it's a great class. So
Thank you.
what's the website address? Diana said. Diana, take a look. Look right underneath Laura's name. It's right there. It's
LauraWooster.com. And
yeah,
just click on classes. It should be under the class
yeah.
tab.
Like, never mind. Okay, got it.
But
I know,
thank you
it's
for asking,
exciting.
Diana.
So does anybody have any questions? Hi, Beth. Good to see you, my friend. And I said hello to Delora and Jean. Good morning. Thanks, guys, for being here. Does anybody have any specific questions that you would like an insight to? And I think, Laura, maybe
Mhm.
next week, we should bring somebody on
I
like we
think so.
did. That was fun last
Yeah,
time.
that was fun
So,
last time.
any questions besides the next mug question that you have? Where to purchase next?
Whatever you have coming up, Elias, while we're waiting for a question to come up.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to be in Sacramento. I'm going to be doing a remote viewing taping for a streaming network. And then on Wednesday, we'll be at a place called Moxie's Crystals. Always have to stop, Laura, because I want to say Maury's Crystals. It's a nice store. It's called Maury's Crystal Shop. It's delicious. It's Moxie's Crystals, and that will be on Wednesday. And then I have a class coming up called Get Your Groove Back. So if you want to go to that, go to eliaspetros.com, look under the events.
Great. We can all use getting our groove back.
So Laura, did you name drop me while in Scotland?
Did I name drop you? What, who, with Jamie? And I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I may have, Delora.
Funny. That's funny.
Outlander reference, sorry.
Yeah, I like the Outlander reference.
Because
Why does spirit keep having us drink water?
it's good for you. Keep yourself hydrated.
You
Yeah.
have to be hydrated to do this work, you guys. And
Yeah.
think about what water symbolizes. It symbolizes cleansing, it symbolizes flow, it symbolizes a clearing as well. So you want to be clear and you want to, like Laura said, be hydrated, of course, because you are using up a lot of energy when you do this work. And I'm gonna say this to all of you. And Laura knows this, she's taught this. Think about those of you that are not trained in this work, but you're natural mediums. You are a natural medium and you get tired after an hour. We need to have that training to know the proper grounding, the proper connecting, the foundations of this work. And then you're able to do a good 2 some hours of this work, because before I got the professional training, I was tired after an hour and a half max. That was, and then, or I was so revved up, I couldn't go to sleep because the energy was so um, exciting. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, let's go. It's like I drank maybe 5 cups of coffee. It was just, it was one or the other. So it's really important to have the training.
Did in the homeland? No, but why did you sense something? Did you sense something, Delora? Did you get the calling from the homeland?
There she was, Delora, with bagpipes, and she blew your name into the bagpipe on the top of the hill in Scotland. Uh, Christine says, any tips on getting into the dreamy state? I'm good with seeing objects, but want to feel and read people's energy better.
So when you say dreamy state, you mean more in that receptive, intuitive state, right? That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, I love bagpipes too, Delara. Heard a lot of bagpipes in Scotland.
Hmm.
The dreamy state, I'm seeing objects, but want to feel and read people's energy better. Well, the part of that is getting centered and being very present right in the moment and being very receptive to the imagery that you are seeing in your mind's eye, the physical senses that you might pick up. So much of this is so subtle, and some of those images are very quick, and some of the things that you might hear in your mind, as far as words and things like that, and keywords that would be helpful for that, it's so subtle and so quick. So it's really incredibly important to be very present to what's happening within you, within your own mind and in your own sense of being, because that's where your intuition is. Like you're like a guitar being played by your intuition, by spirit, right? So think of like frequency and vibration. So when you're sensing it, when you're feeling it, when you're very centered, like I'm not right now, when you're very centered, you can sense it and recognize it as soon as it comes in, because it is very quick and very subtle. So how do you get into that dreamy state? It's just practicing being fully present, taking, like, drinking a cup of tea. Like often, I think even Elias has mentioned this before. When you're drinking a cup of tea, are you feeling the mug? Are you feeling the cup that you're drinking from? Are you taking time to really smell the drink the coffee or the tea, whatever you're drinking, and just really sipping and being fully present in the moment, not thinking about your next move? Things like anything that you can do where you can be present. If you go for a walk for 5 minutes, what are you hearing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel your feet on the ground? You're just focusing one step in front of the other. Anything like that is a good practice for being fully present for your intuition. So what do you have to offer, Elias, with that as well?
Really, honestly, spot on with all that, because I think what we do is we have an expectation of
Mhm.
what we want, and then we get excited about it. And I think 3 pieces here: the expectation, the wanting to be right, wanting to be perfect,
Mhm.
and then the excitement, all bound up together. That's a lot of energy within itself.
Yeah.
So if, like Laura says, you take a step back, breathe, and do you know that just now, just by me stopping, closing my eyes, talking a little bit slower, really focusing on what I'm feeling, what I'm sensing, I have quieted myself down just in this moment.
Yeah.
Um, and that is a different place. You'll see a lot of us. I've watched Laura get a message and she looks up or to the side or down, or sometimes just have that zone look on her face, and then the message will come in.
Mhm.
My sense, Laura, is when you do that, because I do the same thing, is that we're open to receiving, we get the input, and then it comes out. Sometimes it just comes out and you're like, what did I just say? Or I'm sensing this, I'm feeling this, I'm hearing this. And here's the important piece, Christine. The important piece is to know that you're not going to be right all the time. You're not
Mhm.
going to get it all the time. You're open to receiving for the best way that you can.
Mhm.
And get rid of the perfect, get rid of the expectation of it's always going to be there. I think a lot of us do that, especially in mediumship. Like, oh, I really want to talk to my mom. I really want my mom here. I really want my mom here. I really want my mom here. Well, she's already here, but I really want her here. And I'm so focusing on the wanting that I'm not hearing or feeling what's already happening.
Mhm.
And, I think, Christine, that just take your time with this. Take your
Yep.
time.
Mhm. Yep. Good advice, Elias.
Yeah.
Maria says music does that for me.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I think drinking a hot beverage while it's hot, still hot, is a luxury that I do not take for granted. Yeah. When I don't have my next mug, at that moment, like those couple of minutes where the tea is just right.
Yeah, I know. It's the best time. And
It
that's how I was with it. Now I'm like,
is.
"Oh, if it's warm, I could have that moment every single time." Um, See, we're starting a commercial. We didn't even realize it,
We
Laura.
didn't know it. We didn't plan this.
I started to ask myself, what does that mean to me before I speak?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
Mhm.
great way. That's a great
Mhm.
way. Um, Question for you, Laura, and I'm gonna pull a card for somebody because I just have a feeling this one for somebody.
Okay.
Um, what is your Have you ever done the Akashic Records, you personally?
I've taken classes in how to read the Akashic records. Have I done a lot of work with that? No, I have not.
Okay. Have you uh, here's an interesting piece because I think all of it wraps up differently. And I've
Mhm.
done classes too, and I haven't done Akashic record reading in a long, long time. And Akashic record reading keeps on popping up from friends that do it and people that have taken the classes. And I find it interesting that in your psychic development, everybody, if you take another piece like an Akashic record reading class or a development class, I think that, and going back to Christine, that's going to click in a little bit more with your confidence and different tools of getting the information that you need.
Mhm.
Just something to think about, Christine. Um, so, Diana, I'm really vibing to you because a lot of people are nobody's put a couple of you questions, but
There's been a few questions.
yeah, a few questions. I just want to say to you, I got to find you, Diana. We'll go to your, never mind. I want you to look at this card, Diana, and I want you to tell me, what do you feel from this word, from this card, from this vibration? What are you sensing? Because this card has your name written all over it. Okay. It's on the back. Your name's on the back of this card. But it says Hanging Gardens of Babylon, abundance. What are you feeling from that? Winner, winner, not chicken dinner. That's right. Winner, winner, but not a chicken dinner. So tell us, what do you feel? Is there any card that pops out for you, Laura, or
Okay,
anyone,
this is for Diana, or are we
or
still talking to Christine?
anybody that you get?
For anybody. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So I'm going to pull out a card, and
join.
especially for Christine, who's like, how do you get in that dreamy state? Just for, you can do this in like in a moment, right? Just take a breath and just bring your awareness right into your heart center, into your solar plexus area, right? Just get grounded, be really present. I'm going to pull a card, and once I pull the card, just glance at it, and what's the first word that comes up? Okay, everybody, you ready? Other than koala. But this, there's some depth to this card. There's only 3 words on this card, but there's more to it.
Mm,
Okay, good. Okay, we've got Ren says courage, inner journeys. Yeah, good. What else comes up for you? And if don't get in your head, I don't want you thinking. Just bring your awareness right back down to your heart center and your solar plexus. Take a breath. What word comes to the surface? Self-reliance. Natalie says self-reliance. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we'll talk about this a little more after I see a few more responses. Love. Yes. Good. Journey. Yeah. Confidence. Good. All right, great. So inner journey, like I'm just going to go through each of these words. Courage, absolutely. It takes a lot of courage to go into that inner journey, that inner self, that inner world, because there's a lot of things that maybe there's things we don't want to talk about, or things that we don't want to address. So having that inner journey does take a lot of courage. A lot of people don't want to do that, and so pat yourself on the back if you've even ventured in that direction. So that's a really good thing. Self-reliance, yes. Knowing about your inner self, being aware of like how you operate, all in your shadow side and your good stuff, all of that helps you to recognize what is true for you, what is true for you, your intuition, how you hear yourself, your intuition, your own self-reliance. Very good. Love, inner journeys, self-love. Your inner journey is about self-love and recognizing all the good and all the things you still need to work on, and still having that unconditional love for yourself. Journey, that it is, yeah, absolutely. It's a journey. It's a lifetime journey. It takes the full lifetime and beyond to go inside. Confidence, yes, it's and Elias, you can jump in too whenever you'd like. But confidence is once you really know who you are, everything about you, like you really know yourself, you can go forward confidently because you know who you are, right? You don't have to question that. Same thing Sarah said, confidence as well. Oh, Delora, be careful about judging a book by its cover. Cute and cuddly will shred you. Yeah. Right? Oh my God, that's a really good point, Delora. Absolutely. And that's an excellent point, because cute and cuddly on the outside, but there might be a lot of stuff on the inside that, I've seen people who are the kindest people in the world, but if they have really good boundaries, and they will hold those boundaries really tightly. So and that's a healthy thing, I think. So
right.
cute and cuddly, very kind, generous people, but good boundaries. So yeah, cute and cuddly, be aware. Dignity was the word I heard. Beth says, yes. I really believe, like, you can really see people who've done the work, they've done that inner work. There's a sense of dignity and grace about them. And one person who comes to mind is Denise Lynn, right?
Mm,
She's done a lot of work. She's been through a lot, right? And she's done a lot of work on herself, and she's continually working on herself, just by, you can see through her blog posts and everything on social media. But there's a sense of dignity that seems to rise from within that. Okay, so doing your inner work, you get that with that journey. The color of the card is calming. Yes, it is. That see all the greens, very calming. Nature, healing. Green is healing. Ren says that cute and cuddly reminds me of a Pets movie where the rabbit was cute, but he was a crime boss. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that movie. It's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to watch that.
No, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. So here's an interesting thing, guys. So when Laura held up and she asked for that card, what word came to mind? So I looked at, first, obviously I was like, oh, koala. Where does my brain go? My brain goes to eucalyptus. Now, and this is to Christine's point. It's like, okay, so I'm hearing the word eucalyptus. I now, to Dolores' point, what else am I getting from that? What does eucalyptus do? Well, being a former massage therapist and using eucalyptus oil, that was always about calmness for the client and for myself. So the word so do you see how the pieces that I made, it's the card, eucalyptus. I'm not going to tell, oh, eucalyptus. What is that feeling from the eucalyptus? It's calmness. So I would get the calmness of the inner journey. So there's not a wrong way, guys, of how you interpret the message. Go a step farther. Go one step further. Christine says, whoops, it's right here. I am currently enrolled in Akashic Records class, and we are working on ego right now. Awesome.
Excellent.
Let's see. Ashika wants to know, I'd like to know about my job situation. There's this company named D.E. Shaw, who I'm in recruiting process of.
She's in the process of, she's in the recruiting process is what it sounds like.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you have, Elias? I already chose a card for it, but I want to see what you have.
Okay, hang on. I didn't choose yet. Let me uncross my feet and.
I like that you said uncross your feet. That's great because it's very grounding to do that, uncrossing your feet.
Yeah, there it is. I knew it was just going to flip it. Look at this. Look at that card.
Ooh.
Isn't it such a cool card?
Yeah.
Truth. So stand in your truth about what you want from this possible position. I'm hearing is the alignment with this job what you need. Are you standing in your truth? Does that position speak to your truth of what you want?
Mm-hmm. Good. And this one is just
wombat.
Gentle aggression. What does that mean, gentle aggression, right? It's, being diplomatic, but also being very clear about what your expectations are from this position. And so don't be afraid to share with the recruiter or the person that you're speaking with about what you need from this position as well as what they need from you. So it may or may not be the position for you, but it's very clear, obviously, between what Elias pulled and what I pulled, that you have to also know what is it that you need from this job.
So true. Hi, Chris from Iowa. Good to see you. So Diana, in your statement here, one step further, I need to weed my garden. Maybe I will feel some extra joy and peaceful. Do me one favor. That word maybe, just one step further, I need to weed my garden and I will feel some extra joy and peace. So change the maybe to and.
Now, is this a literal garden or is this just your like personal space, like you're energetically? I mean, I'm just curious. Because we can make a affirmation from this.
Yes.
If we know what. Okay, can I get a? Okay. We got it. Do we need to do that too? So while we're waiting for Diana to respond about, is this your inner type of thing going on? Is this more metaphoric or is this flower gated out back? Flower garden? I'm assuming it's flower garden. Okay. All right. Very good.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Carson with your love life. First steps. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, this is fun.
There's a lot in this card. You want to go, Laura?
It's funny. I have to look up the meaning because I don't know this card.
Okay.
It's called Fairy Penguin.
Oh,
Willpower.
there's a penguin. I like
Isn't that cute? Oh my
that.
God.
Super cute.
Super cute.
That's
Okay.
super cute.
All right, I'm just going to look at the general thing here. It is time. You ready? Are you ready? Carson, it is time to stop playing the drama queen. For some reason, it doesn't seem to fit you. I don't know why, but I don't know you, but I just get that sense. To acknowledge the aspects of your life that are hindering your growth and to deal with them appropriately. Interesting. How does that resonate with you? And she's laughing. Oh, this is funny. Penguin is telling you that it is time to harness the willpower needed to fulfill your dreams, no matter what they may be.
Hmm.
Let's see how that comes across.
And I like it because Laura just said, "Are you ready for this?" Well, that's right.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right. So, sorry, that was where my breath went as soon as you said, "Are you ready for this?" I'm like, okay. Well, snap, Laura. It's my jam. All right. And this is what it is. Activation.
Yeah.
Activation. Now, look what's happening. In the background, there's a lightning occurring. It looks like it's dark, and then there's all this like colors up here. So activating that. Now look at the card. Humans discovering fire. It's activating that passion. That is the first step of you, which you've done your work on you. You've loved you, you're loving you even more. That's, definitely this activation. And now it's, I am worthy of this next step of the one to come into my life. So
Mhm.
and here's the thing. Here's the thing. Penguins mate for life.
I didn't know that. So there
Yeah.
you go. There's an extra layer there. So let's look at it positively like that. Yeah.
Yes. So I hope that musical interlude helped you Carson and all that. If you could only see the look on Carson's face, I am sure. So Carson is visiting Delora. They actually, you know him because I mentioned him. So they had a celebration of life for Dr. Stephen O'Connor on the 1st. So they Carson flew into Chicago, then Chicago to Indiana, and Carson and Delora went to the celebration of life for Dr. Steve O'Connor, and now she's just having a visit with Delora, and then she'll come back to Washington. Carson, come back. Let's see. Yes, I've always said it. I've always said Laura's laugh is infectious.
Oh, thank you, Michael.
Feeling watching you too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Natalie said, I would love a card, anything on love for me. Thank you. Well, now I got to find a whole new, I got to wait for Laura to say something cute so I can find a new theme song for you.
New soundtrack.
Okay.
Carson said, well, that might have been reflected and projected recently.
That's funny. You're funny. Okay. Oh, I'm coming back. Okay, good. Let's see. Natalie.
Natalie. Ooh, Natalie, it's so interesting. I was looking at your name, and I just kept seeing like a huge amount of pink light around you, which obviously is love, right? That's love. Um, but the fact that it's coming up so strongly around you, it feels very personal to you, like this beautiful pink light around you. Um, so what might be indicating, and I hope you don't mind me sharing this, Natalie. If you put your question out there, there's a good chance I'm going to be reading you. So what I'm feeling around this is that there's a sense of wanting, being very mindful of how you talk about yourself in the process of finding love. Okay, this is really important. All right, and so a lot of times when I see a huge amount of pink light around someone, everything's got a spectrum of sorts, right? When I see a lot of pink light around somebody this strongly, it can indicate a little bit too much turned inward, not the love, but the more the perfectionism and doing this right and being a bit tougher on yourself like this. So we need to dial it back just a wee bit and just, so it's not so turned in on yourself as far as expectations and perfectionism, things like that. So Natalie, I hope that makes sense what I said. And if it does, just say yes. If not, that's okay too. But I also noticed that on the timestamp here, when you posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 12:34, what that means is one step at a time, one step in front of the other. So it's no coincidence that you posted at 12:34 p.m. today. All right. So Natalie says yes. So that makes sense. Yeah. Good. So just remember that. You can have love, but also remembering to be kind, just be kind to yourself as well. Okay. What do you have, Elias? Do you want to add to that?
I have hang on.
He's laughing. He's got a soundtrack setting up.
Okay. I have issues, everyone. I hope you don't realize that, but I really have issues. So
I really am a mean.
oh, come on, hang on. Oh,
What is
come on.
that?
Where is it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Come on.
Why, look here.
Oh,
Changing
wow. Really?
Oh, my.
Natalie said my last two addresses started with 1, 2, 3.
one foot in front of the other.
Should have known.
So put one foot in front of the other.
That song is how I taught my kids how to walk. I would hold their hands
Really?
and say, put one foot in front of
See?
the
I
other.
love that. And this goes with what Laura was just saying. We got the Delora card. We got patience. And Buddha in front of the Bodhi tree, underneath the Bodhi tree. So really know that I'm going to say this: love is patient, love is kind. So patient with self, kind to self. The way that you are, and this is what I'm seeing. The way that you're putting the magnifying glass on yourself, like Laura was saying, is really taking a look at the expectations that you have, but also what is it of the other person, the one? Are we looking for someone? Are we looking for the one? And if we're looking for the one, it's the patience card. I mean, it honestly, truly took me 56 years, 56, 57 years to find the one. And it's really, truly about the patience that I had to have. But that was a lot of work on self. But also, like Laura was saying, to her point of being kinder to self, not being so nitpicky about ourselves, to really say that I have worked on me, just like with Carson. I've worked on me, and I deserve and I'm worthy of love. So there you go.
Natalie, you made a statement. I have experienced huge trauma in love, which is, to state a truth like that is incredible. I mean, to really just put it in words, there's a lot of power in that.
Yep.
So I'm glad that you said that. But also I'd also want you to follow up with a second statement. I am open to safe and enduring love. Okay. And so that you're acknowledging your experience. We don't want to ignore that, but also acknowledge the possibilities around you going forward. Okay. So something like, what would you recommend as like an affirmation?
So if you want to include this, I've experienced huge trauma in my life, and like Laura was saying, I have learned from my challenges. We'll say challenges. I've learned from my challenges, and I am now receiving. I was going to say the word reaping, but that didn't sound right. I am receiving the fruits of my work. I'm trying to make it
We'll work with that.
Right.
We'll work with
But it
that.
has to be your words, Natalie.
Yeah.
Obviously, what Laura and I both are saying, that you've worked hard on you, and those challenges have happened. They've happened to shift you into who you are today, because you don't just settle on someone. You're getting the one. I had to go through a narcissistic marriage to go ahead and find the one. And I always credit Laura for when I called up Laura and I'm like, I don't know if I want to be in this marriage anymore. And Laura walked me through. First of all, she gave me validation of saying it's okay to feel the way that you feel, and you have to understand that you deserve it. So I'm going to tell you the exact same words that she told me. You deserve to be happy. You have to be happy. So that trauma has made you a better person. I always believe, and it took a while for me to say this statement, I believe that things happen for us, not to us.
Mhm.
So, excellent. And Laura,
Yeah.
we're like way over.
Yeah, I just noticed that. We're like, oh my goodness. Thank you everybody for being here today. And hopefully you heard, even if you didn't get a reading yourself, that there was a little something that you could take away from this, to get you through the week and to support you during this week. So, okay. I love Evelyn says, I still have hope. I love that. Beautiful. Yes. Your past does not define your future. That's for sure. It can guide you in the direction, but it doesn't have to define it. All right. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. We love you too. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys for
the beautiful energy.
Nuggets. Nuggets. Nuggets of love. That's what we're calling that. Nuggets of love. So thank you guys for being here. And again, guys, please go check out Laura's website and look up if you want to do her online class. It's there. And if you're in Methuen, not Methusa, but nothing in Methuen?
No, not at the moment. I'm Plymouth, Massachusetts, Friday night.
If you're in Plymouth, which is
where the pilgrims landed. Yeah.
Or if you speak Spanish from Spain, so go there. It's wonderful.
Oh dear. Yeah, God. Plymouth Friday night. I'll be in Plymouth Friday night.
All right, everyone. Have a beautiful week.
Have a great week, everyone.
We'll see you next Monday. Take care, everyone. Be well.
Bye.